And welcome back, everybody. I apologize for the extended break, but an intense ZvT was going on over on Adrich's channel in Spanish. And we didn't get to see game 1 or game 2, but game 3 was a little bit monk-ass. Kuro, you're muted. Hello, Kuro. Hello.
Hello, I am back.
Were you watching, Kuro?
I kind of was, yeah.
Oh boy. For those wondering, it was a very late game. It went all the way up to the 25-minute mark. You know, Ukko had the advantage when it came to bases, and he was just kind of aping a little bit, trying to overwhelm FoxeR with Ling Bane Roach at 25 minutes. It was it went as well as you would think it would go. Ukko just traded incredibly efficiently, and Ukko eventually switched into Ultra Infestor, but it was a little bit too late. It was a little bit too late at that point. He had just been trading far too poorly, and FoxeR in the late game, he came out as, I would say, the superior player.
Yeah, that's what it looks like anyway. I was just looking like at Ukko, like just throwing an army after army after army at the Terran, and like every attack was going a little worse for him, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, he just refused to tech up. It was crazy. Like, he had like +3 range. He was working on a greater spire. Like, he was teching up in a lot of different ways, but he just didn't produce any units. Any of those units, I should say. So, Ukko, it looks like he tunnel visioned a little bit too much towards the end there. But hopefully he can recover. He is still leading this series, as you can see on the screen right now. There you go. He is still ahead. He still only needs one more to make it to those close qualifiers. Oh boy.
Curiosas. How interesting.
Yes, the curious brain. Curious brain. Curious mind, even. Curious mind. But here we go. We are diving into game number 4. If you want to tune into the previous 3 games, they were all covered by Adris in Spanish. Unfortunately, there were no English streamers covering this until now.
Yeah, but now we are here. Dave Testa is also here. We have all the casters gathered together.
Oh yeah, with our powers united, we are going to be covering the finale of this series to find out the final player to make it through to those closed qualifiers, at least in the in open qualifier number 1. Oh boy, who's it gonna be? Also, we forgot to place predictions earlier, so it's a little bit too late for that. We'll try and do it next time.
Next time.
Yeah. Boy. As you could hear the beeps earlier, here we go. Game number 4 of our final qualifying match. Let's go.
And we are now here. As I quickly look for a light's camera. We are here at Curious Minds LE, and we're looking at the base of the blue Terran player. It is FoxeR.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Curious Minds LE, we have the American Zerg player himself. He is green, representing Apprentice Esports. It is Ukko.
Poor Roomba.
Or Roomba. Both players Roomba. This map.
Some critter hate here.
Yeah, this is not a Roomba friendly series. Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
I like how we're starting to cast the game, and chat is just too busy arguing about the price of pizza.
What? What is that? What is happening? $5 pizza? Crazy, mate. Crazy. The envious thing about America, the cheap food. The cheap food. Here, pizza, mate.
I mean,
$12, mate. $12.
look, it's cheap, but is it any good? That's the thing.
That's a good question. That's
why it's cheap.
It's all about the quality, mate. The quality. Ugh. All right.
You make me remember the pizza in Berlin. I need to return there someday. That was probably the best pizza I've had so far. One small pizzeria in Berlin. It's like a completely random place, but they were so good at making food.
One day we'll go back. One day I'll go there. We'll see.
I don't even know where it is. Like we were wandering the street and accidentally found it.
Oh god. But yes, here we go. We are diving into this series. If Sugar is in the chat or anyone who was watching the last series, let us know, what happened in Game 1 and Game 2. How has the series been unfolding? Because, oh my, this makes a lot of sense here on Curious Minds. Ukko is going for a very fast Roach Warren.
Yeah, that he is. For the first time today, we actually see a Zerg going there. And this Reaper is too busy with the links and doesn't scout it. I don't even know if he saw the rest of the links going around.
No, he did not. He was a little bit too distracted by the first 2 links. He does turn around, though. I feel like he does sense danger at the moment, that something is wrong, something is not right. He does come back home, and he will be protecting this CC.
So many clicks.
So he will be here at home to protect the CC, but he isn't getting ready for roaches.
Yeah, 6 roaches are already in production, and the links are also waiting. They found a nice spot where the Terran will not spot them for now. And they will probably move in with the roaches, right?
Exactly. For the first time this game, FoxeR is looking to get into the main base with this Reaper. He will scout the Roach Warren, but is it too late? Because the Roach is already moving out across the map. Here we go. He dives all the way in. He confirms the production. The tech.
Yeah, and is he ready for it? There are no bunkers. The Hellions are on the way. I don't think they do too great versus the roaches. And there's also the link, just a few links just trying to annoy.
This may just be game, especially without a bunker. These roaches, they should be morphing into... No, there's actually not enough gas for Ravagers. Interesting. Without Ravagers, they won't be able to break into the main base. But we'll see, because again, Hellions are not ideal at all against roaches. Oh no!
Yeah, one of them even spawns on the wrong side of the factory and immediately goes down. Also, there's no repair on the depots, so the roaches will be able to bite through this wall eventually.
Yeah, they get through the wall. Banshee is on the way, but it's going to be a little bit too late. The reactor is going to go down as well. And again, there's nothing to really contest these roaches.
Yeah, the Banshee is on the way, but it's still a while away, and the roaches will even deny the cloak, it looks like.
Yeah, Cloak is not going to finish up here. The Banshee will eventually clean up all these roaches, but damage is being done. Boys are being pulled as well!
Yeah, and now they are being killed as well, as they are both Lynx and roaches. They will be cleaned up, but not without killing 8 workers together with them.
Exactly, and now it's all about the counterattack. We have 3 Hellions and a Banshee. What do we have at home to defend? Queens are all we need, maybe a couple of Spores. Again, there is no Cloak because it was denied. And even when it comes to talking about a counterattack, like, it's so risky to move out with these Hellions because you have literally nothing at home to defend.
Yeah, indeed. And at any time, there may be Zerglings just, run into your base and completely demolish everything. But for now, FoxeR is moving his forces on the other side of the map. There are Queens though prepared, so the Hellions have to be careful about that.
Yeah, exactly. The Hellions, they try to go all the way into the main base, but there are links to meet him. Link speed is already done, but they get past the links!
And they get past the ring, and it looks like they will get a few drone kills. Most of them move away though, and yeah. I mean, is there even one drone killed?
Literally.
Yeah, 1 drone falls down.
Yeah, literally only 1 drone kill here. Meanwhile, it looks like the tech lab has been rebuilt. FoxeR, he really does want to get into that cloak. And he does have double Banshees, so this is definitely a way to get back into this game. With 2 Banshees, you can one-shot workers. You can even maybe dive on top of some Queens as well if they're left a little bit idle. So there's a lot of potential here with these Banshees. This is the only way that FoxeR can really get back into this game.
That is true, but I feel like Ukko knows about that potential as he's getting Spores as well as Overlord Speed and Overseers, and these things are in the base once again.
More lost mining time. FoxeR cannot afford this at all. He is working on a third TC and he is attempting to stabilize, but for the time being, he is being left quite far behind. Banshees finally moving out across the map. They do get spotted by the Overlord, so Ukko should be getting prepared. His queens moving in position, spores finishing up.
Yeah, there they go. The queens are gonna do some damage on one of the banshees, and I assume there will be queens, yep, as well in the main.
Yeah. I just queens all over the place. Note the section here, the Overseer a little bit out of position. There we go, does reposition here into the main base. At the same time, Hellions do confirm that a fourth is on the way, but that is all they're able to do. There are only 3 Hellions here for FoxeR.
Yeah. So, not looking too great for FoxeR right now. Being down in workers, being down in bases, and like not being able to do really any damage to Ukko.
Yeah. I don't like this. I mean, FoxeR is at least getting his third base up and running, but the problem is that the Zerg player is left to do whatever they want. They can drone up to their heart's content, they can take more bases, tech up, go double Evo chamber, get double upgrades, and there's nothing to stop Ukko. So, not right now, but in a couple of moments, Ukko is going to start to explode because he's going to be done droning and he's going to be free to only make units.
Yes, indeed. And the time is about to begin, as we already see a lot of roaches in production. These banshees are once again trying to get some damage, but one of them will get sniped by this queen, and the other has to move away.
Yeah, exactly. Only a single Banshee remaining here. FoxeR back on the other side of the map. You know, he's not taking this line. He's not taking this line down. You know, 1-1 is about to finish up for him, so he can hit a bit of a timing. He has medevacs to go for a bit of a drop. He has a decent tank count to hold on. I say decent. He only has 2 tanks. I wouldn't like to see him push out with those tanks. But at the same time, like, he's in a really rough position. It's either you do nothing and you die, or you take a risk and you go across the map, right? Like, you have to do something to slow down the Zerg.
Yeah, because like if you just give the Zerg more and more time, they're gonna really snowball with their economy and their macro. And Ukko already has quite a sizable army, so FoxeR has to be really careful.
To be fair, this army isn't the most efficient. It isn't. It is a little bit inflated. We do have a lot of roaches here. So again, not the best army, but it is going to be enough to at least force a pickup here. Drop going all the way into the main base, and Ukko taking up into a Spire.
Yeah, I mean, the last game we also saw some Corruptors, so maybe he's gonna go for a similar style once again, but who knows? We're gonna find out soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to going Muta, but the weird thing is that he's going Spire and Infestation Pit, which is a little bit odd. Not the most usual tech on the way, as we do see a little bit of a force here towards the bottom half of the map, but again, Ukko already pre-split, already ready.
Yeah, he's taking both of those bases, going up to 5, and as well as denying this drop at the watchtower. So really, FoxeR is struggling to do any damage here.
Yeah, he's just forced to stay back at home. He's working on a 4th base though, and he is catching up with the workers. Like his SV production has been insane. It's just the tech where he is falling behind. It's just the upgrades. It's just everything else. The creep spread as well, actually getting a little bit out of hand, getting towards the halfway mark. My eyes are still on what Ukko is doing. He's going towards a hive. He's working on corruptors. I guess he wants to go into fast broodlords? Question mark.
I'm not sure, to be honest. As I said, I feel like it may be more of what happened last game, where like he had this Link Bane Roach army, and the corruptors were just there, sort of for support.
Yeah, I mean, that could be the name of the game here. I mean, regardless, with that hive, he will have access to Greater Spire after +1 air attack finishes, so he can head over in that direction if he needs to. Meanwhile, the one thing that he lacks at the moment is anti-air. He's having a really hard time dealing with the drops, but the Corruptors will help with that.
Yeah, exactly. So, as we see, he did make a few Corruptors, and he's getting upgrades for them as well, but it doesn't look like he wants to get any more air units for the time being.
Yeah, exactly. As that hive is just about to finish up, he can work towards Adrenal. Hey, I guess maybe you're right in saying that his go-to may just be Lingbane Roach Corruptor. Like, we saw him even use it in the late game last game. It killed him. It was not it was not a very good late game composition, but at the moment, because of all the crippling damage early on, like FoxeR, he's not ready for this. He doesn't have ghosts. He's struggling to max out as Ukko is 200 supply.
I'm just looking at the production tab, and Ukko is getting basically one of everything. He's getting the ultras, he's getting the burrow.
Yeah.
Just get all the upgrades.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried because I'm getting some game 3 vibes from this, but he is far enough ahead where he can do this. Like it's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world right now as he almost takes down one of those medevacs.
Yeah. Even taking that base, actually he's taking both of the corner bases.
Yeah.
He's basically taking over the whole map. There's only one more base that's available for FoxeR to expand to.
Yeah, this is exactly what he did in the last game as well. So he will be able to expand and just out-mining his opponent for the time being. Meanwhile, he's trying to push forward, but Ukko controlling very well here with his stutter stepping, not allowing his army to get surrounded. Oh my god.
Yeah, nice control for Ukko. What?
That drop dealt a lot of damage. 10 HP, oh so close. Meanwhile, we have another drop here towards the top right. It looks like we're going to see another cancel. No, a kill!
Ooh. Yeah, actually Ukko does not cancel the base in time, and there's another drop in the main as well.
Yeah, exactly. The drop kills the queen. Gonna get a couple of drones. At the same time, we have another drop towards the south. This time, Ukko is here to meet him. This time, Ukko does force it back as he goes towards an ultra cavern and immediately starts kindness plating.
The few marines are still being cleaned up in the main base. The overlords!
Oh my
The overlords!
What is happening right now?
They're becoming one big creature.
Oh my god, they're combining, they're evolving. It's disturbing to look at. It's
This is the first time I see this.
oh god.
Great.
But hopefully Ukko is well aware of his failings in the previous game, and we see ultras soon. TM. Ultras aren't the best unit offensively. They're not that great, to be honest. SimCity can really work against them, and we see a lot of that here.
Exactly.
But, you know, they can fight quite well on creep. I can say that at least.
Yeah, and FoxeR is moving towards the Zerg, so it may actually turn out useful.
Exactly, as oh my god, we're jumping some frames a little bit here as Ukko is trying to collapse on the army. It looks like the Lingbane is closing the distance. Oh, and the ghosts are looking a little bit exposed.
Yeah, the Lingbane army is rolling right into FoxeR's base. And only six more SCVs fall down, but a lot of the bio army as well.
Yeah. Hopefully this little bit of latency isn't affecting the players. I'm looking my ping is fine. But there are a lot of people.
Yeah, I am seeing the same thing, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in this lobby. Hopefully, again, if there's any kind of issue here for the players, I'm sure they will pause to allow things to clear up.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the server just be like that, you know.
Yeah. Oh god.
We have another attack from Ukko here, just rolling in with all this Lingbane, as well even using the Corruptors on the planetary.
Oh my god, the Lingbane is going to crash into everything. The SCVs are falling left and right. Is there enough to hold on? It looks like there is, but the planetary fell as well. And Ukko, because of his insane economy, mate, he can just do that again.
Yeah, and he killed another 14 SCVs, so now he's almost 20 workers ahead of FoxeR. Obviously, FoxeR can remake this, and he's working on that, but it's another small victory for Ukko.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, this is CC.
Yeah, the CC it's gonna go down, mate. It will end up burning. I don't like this. CC falls, and now Ukko, he pulls the trigger. He's going down to low ground once again.
Yeah, I think the Ghost wanted to snipe the Corruptors, but they actually just are passed by the Link Bane as it rolls right through the base of FoxeR.
Oh god, exactly. Ghost, they split, but Ghosts are literally the only thing left. Everything else is burning. Everything else is on fire. As we see 64 Lings in production, there's almost nothing left to defend. And the CC even goes down. GG!
Right, we have a Zerg advancing.
Hold on, I pressed the wrong button. Hold on.
I got so excited about the Zerg winning that he pressed the wrong button.
GG, well played. Congratulations, Ukko. Again, getting a very early lead with his roaches, and then just mass expanding. He just had full map control. FoxeR, it was an uphill battle for him after that early game. Like it's very difficult to come back from that situation. He almost did, but again, he was just always one step behind. Oh.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, as Spelzu, let's call it that, is telling us in the chat, Ukko means old man in Finnish.
There you go.
I always wondered why he was called Ukko, so now we know. I guess. Maybe it's not related, but hey.
Yeah, maybe. Is Ukko an old man? I don't know. Oh god. But thank you for the fun fact. Yeah, with that, GG, well played. That I accidentally pressed the button there. But that is now the final player qualifying for today, for tonight's NA qualifier.
Yes, indeed. This was the final qualifying match for the first open qualifier for the NA portion of the tournament. So far, before that, we got qualifying. We got Future, we got BioIce, and we got Binsky. And now Ukko will join them as the fourth player qualifying in the first open qualifier of NA.
Oh yeah.
But this is not the last chance to qualify, as in less than 48 hours, you have the second open qualifier of NA. So if you are one of the NA players and you're still looking for your chance, that is when.
That is when, mate. That is when. So hopefully in 2 days, if you're from North America, we see you once again in these qualifiers. We'll be cheering for you. We hope you do well in the chat. And yeah, honestly, didn't disappoint. At least we were able to get some Zerg later on in the day. We got one Zerg making it through. Feels good, man. Feels good.
Yeah, look. Just another Zerg to add to the NA pool, okay? We know there's not a lot of them, but there's another one.
There you go. And with that, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. We appreciate the support. We hope you enjoyed your time here as well. And I hope that you consider following, because this is day two of many days of DreamHack.
Oh, yeah.
Last night we casted the first Taiwan-Hong Kong qualifier. We just casted North America. In 9 hours, we will return with the first China qualifier.
Yes, indeed. The Ducklings will be covering a bunch of the qualifiers. In fact, most of them. The only ones we do not cover is the EU qualifiers and China qualifier 2. But the rest of them you can see right here on this channel. So make sure to follow it. Make sure to follow our updates on the social medias, because there will be a lot of DreamHack coming.
Yeah. Again, we would if we could, but for the European qualifiers, we need to sleep at some point. Like we cannot be casting 24/7. So for Europe, we are asleep, and also for China qualifier number 2, it actually goes over the Oceania qualifier. So they kind of they conflict. There's conflicting schedules there, unfortunately. So we can only cast one, and we have a little bit more of a prioritization of Oceania there.
I mean, we do have like Oceania players in our team. So,
yeah. So we do kind of put that a little bit ahead. So we will be there for Oceania, not China number 2. Feels bad, man. But for everything else, we're gonna be there whenever we can. And yeah. Make sure you're there too. I know it's intimidating. I know there's a lot of StarCraft this week. But if you can't watch it live, consider tuning into our VODs.
We do have VODs both here on Twitch as well as on our YouTube. They are regularly put up there as well. So if you miss any of the cast and you want to check it out, then that's how you can do it.
There you go. There you go. All of our VODs are on Twitch. Our VODs are uploaded eventually a week later on YouTube. So they're going to be all over the place. Make sure you're there to tune in. And make sure that you follow us on social media for when we go live. We will be posting all over the place on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and our Discord whenever we do go live with a broadcast. Do you have anything else you want to add, Kuro?
I want to add that it's 3:25 a.m. and my eyes hurt. And please follow CranKy Ducklings, because this is gonna be a long week.
Go to bed, Kuro. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Thank you so much, Kuro, for staying up until 3 a.m. to cast with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see. If you can't tune into the China qualifier in 9 hours, we'll be back in just under 24 hours with the Latin America qualifier. That's at a much more friendly NA time to watch. So be sure you're at least there, because that's going to be an intense qualifier. And I'll be casting with Darking.
Yeah, Chaos.
Yeah, Chaos?
You better be there.
Yeah, I saw you in Adrich's chat.
Yeah, I see you here in the chat. You better be there.
Chaos. Te vi en el chat de Adrich, mate. I saw you starting to make excuses about classes and university, mate. We know better. What are you doing, huh? Este Chaos, mate. But with that, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you so much for the support, and we will see you guys in 9 hours with China Qualifier number 1. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.